Yeah. That'd be the best money well spent. Best money well spent. Got fresh water. You can build wherever you want to build. But what's so sweet about it, you still have the connection to New York City. The commute still could be to New York City. So it could come to a point where, yo, you can have your job and live in New York City and can afford to live in New York City and go back home and be out there for like 3 days, 4 days, or 4 and 3, however you gotta work your system and just have two places and still be able to afford it. Because you're gonna make money in your new system because that's not, you're just living out there as an investment in the community. So as long as the community grows, you grow. So if your community has it where y'all wear your own clothes and stuff like that, that's benefiting you. So now it's about how y'all fashion and what y'all going and who gonna agree to whatever kind of fashion gonna come out where everybody gonna like. That's a whole nother thing. But this is the best way to run the system. And you ain't have to worry about your kids getting killed in the street by the police. Because them same kids, they might be police officers themselves. It's just you're just in the system where the system don't want you. The system is trying to get rid of you. And and they would tell you to go back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? And they're talking real crazy, but it really is not meant for you. So you're fighting it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But you still can stay here and fight it with a good investment. When you look at it and go, you know what I'm saying, you're investing $100. You look how much nigga go through $100 and nigga go through $100 at the movies right now. You dig what I'm saying? Like, yo, but if $100 gonna pay it back to you, and you have, like, say you look at it this way. Say you had it where 1,000,000 people like the idea. Let's just say 1,000,000 people like the idea, and they say, yo, I can make $1,200 off $100 in a year. Man, let me try this shit, right? Say you have, this is all hypothetically stuff, but my numbers is usually good, so it might match the real number. Alright, I'm gonna say 3,000,000 people love the idea. Say 3,000,000 people love the idea. That's a lot of people. 3,000,000 of them love the idea of spending $100 because, hey, it ain't gonna kill me. The $100 ain't gonna kill me. You know, I don't lost more money than $100. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck it. Now, you put it in the system, and the system say they're gonna holler at you at the end of the year and give you opportunity to stay and an opportunity to get out the system, to cash out. But they update you every month. You get to know what the hell is going on every month. So you have 3,000,000 people that agreed to it. They all sunk $100 in. Now that alone, that money alone, whatever account that you, whatever you do business, whatever you going to put your business account in, whatever, it's the 300 million. So say you went and got yourself 1,000,000 acres of land, like 1,000,000 acres of land for $100 million, right? And these are all possible numbers. These numbers damn near real. So you have 200 million left over from saying, okay, well, you're gonna build that. Usually the best spot that you're going to feel comfortable at, because they have a lot of streams and waters and stuff like that, that you're going to want to build whatever where you think a lot of people want to be at, usually the most coziest spots. And the most coziest spots usually have the most wood, the most forests and trees, because you got to cut them down. So now, actually, cutting the tree down, right? I'm thinking about something else, but I won't change the subject. Yeah, but cutting the trees down creates more money. So just because you cut the trees down, that's lumber. Now you got yourself a lumber mill. You could use the wood for building your own stuff, but say, hey, you got a bunch of wood left over. You can make money off of that. You might make the money back, or that system make the money back, and that could be the money to pay for the people that came in, just from the lumber. Then not just it's just lumber. It's vegetables. You have fruits and vegetables and nuts that grows out there. And then you're farming cattle and, you know what I'm saying, turkeys. I don't eat pork. Ain't gonna be no pig, but hey, if you do pork, that's you. You know what I'm saying? That right there is all, you farm all that shit. So now you farm all that shit, you're not buying it from outside, you're doing it from the inside. So if you actually farm enough, then that becomes a business. So that can actually bring money to the town. You know what I'm saying? This is like, people gotta know that, sometimes, it could start off like a vacation spot that don't nobody know about. Because they even think that you smart enough to even do something like this. You know how many black people work on doing roads every day? 731 Union. Road work. City work. Local 731. You know what I'm saying? They get paid good too. $33 an hour. Road work. But it's so much like jobs to do these things. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what gotta be done. If you did it like that, you know what I'm saying, then it'd be good, because you have retirees that's teachers and stuff. That's the only guy, Man, it'd be the best living you ever chose, because everybody, you ain't got to worry about no police harassment. You have things that you feel that you need to have done. That's how Florida is done. That's why everybody goes down to Florida, because Florida communities is built like that. But see, the reason why Florida communities built like that, because they built an amusement park. And just an amusement park coming, cause that's how you gotta target for the kids. It's really basic for the kids. Any community that you're building is for the future, is for the children. That's why you're supposed to have kids. Because you ain't supposed to have kids that's gonna run the street and start shooting other kids. But I'm telling you, that right there is like, some people just don't understand, is that everybody spending money with the wrong people. 3 million people and you know what's so crazy? 3 million people could come from anywhere. Three million people could come from anywhere and build a community. But I'm just saying New York State, because I know the numbers. But I was also looking at South Carolina. South Carolina and North Carolina, their numbers is good too. That number is actually cheaper. I actually seen, know what I seen? I seen a piece of property in Texas. I forgot what part of Texas what it was. But it was 500. Say 500 because it was like 530. No, 575. All right, 575,000 acres of land, and is on sale. It's for sale for $720 million. Right now, this this piece of land, the acres of the land, you can have, you can create a replica of the whole New York City, including Long Island, the boroughs, and Long Island, and the whole Los Angeles in the same land. You could fit it in there. That shit was for 720 million. And the shit had, or I don't know if it's still on the market, it'll still be on the market, 11 oil wells. So the shit is pumping oil. Now you don't know how many trees is out there for lumber. One of the richest men that ever walked this planet Earth. How he became the richest man. One of the richest men, because if he's like in the top 10 with Madam Musa. Madam Musa is the nigga, but he's on the top 10 with this nigga. And what he made was he made his money through somewhere in the I don't know, it's like say Arkansas or Oklahoma or Arizona, one of them shits he had. He did lumber. You gotta check this shit out, B. He did, do your research, man. The lumber, and he made his money from the lumber on the land, son. That's how much lumber he sold. Wait, that made that nigga one of the richest niggas that ever walked this planet, nigga. Top 10, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then I think he was the top 10 because he had like 120 something billion, maybe 125 billion, maybe some shit like that. He made off of lumber. He built most of the did all the lumber through the America. That's how people, that's how some people earn their money. You can't knock a nigga for their hustle, man. That's what he chose to do. That's the shit, because you can use everything from the tree, even the roots. You can't leave the stump there, take that thing, grind that motherfucker up, and use that shit as decoration. Like, shit's crazy. Sometimes you can use wood chips to, keep fires going. So there's a bunch of different ways of, doing stuff, but that lets you know that you can have your own city. So everybody in LA and everybody in New York City that's taking any kind of abuse, they can come up with $720 million. They're already kicking that much money. Already, they're kicking way more than that in it. People don't even know. The black population, this is how you can tell that they are the majority, is because they spending is $4 trillion a year. African America spend $4 trillion in America every year. Nobody else does that. The white race do not spend that. Latino race do not spend that. Asian race do not spend that. We help their business grow. We help their business grow with the bullshit jobs that they don't want to give up. Taxpayers want to do it. So if these people was right, if they were smart, nigga, even if you was put $1,000 in that system, because if you put $1,000 in that system, that deal didn't go to 300 now. Now that deal's at $3 billion. But that deal's at $3 billion, and you put, $2 billion in that business. That business alone don't double that money. And then when you get these people living there, and these are their homes with their pieces, and you know what I'm saying? Now more money. That's how you build it. Because if you pick up and leave, their whole corrupt system will collapse. Well, first of all, what they would try to do would invade your system. But just now, because they invade your system, now they became the traitors. They become the, what they call them, motherfuckers, the tyrants. They become the tyrants because now they doing stuff that they don't want you to do to them. So now they are the tyrants. But when you create this system, you have the right to create a security system, an agency to protect. And now you can also create a secret task force to counteract terrorism in your community. You have these rights. These are rights that folks have that they don't use. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man. If it's like that, man, you know what I'm saying, and I see something like that, I'm going all in with that. I don't know, there's plenty more money doing other shit than that right there. I'll do that shit just to see that shit work. But now I also will give it my time. If it comes to a point where, yo, you know what I'm saying, you come out here and do some, some work. I'll do some fucking work. I'll do some damn work. If it's for the cause, you know what I'm saying? For any young kids, the opportunity. I'm with that. I'm with that. Cause yo, I know how to make money. Nigga, I can draw. Nigga, I could go to any kind of store, draw me 1,000 pictures, and sell it. That's a God gift talent. Everybody can't do that. I've been doing that since I was a little kid. But yo, fucking sick. But that's what it is. That's what black business is. Just that's what they need. They don't need to give their money to churches. Most of the churches ain't good, man. Most churches ain't good. Seems like every church and then pastors messing with somebody. You hear more about the pastors messing around with the ladies in the church than not. Like, don't tell me about the pastors that's doing it. Tell me about the pastors that's not doing it. You'll never hear that shit. You be like, yo, don't tell me about that shit. Y'all hear that shit all the time. Tell me about the one who's not doing it, B. Let me know who he is. That shit great, yeah. And people don't know how easy it is. It's easy, but it just it's a lot of work, though. But some people like working. Like some teachers, I have a friend that's and man, she started out a teacher and she took that whole thing to a whole nother level. She started out as a teacher. I think she was a high school teacher. And yo, she went to school, got so many damn degrees. Now she's a PhD. She has PhD, and she ain't a doctor. She's a PhD for education. And she tried to pick my brain, and I be picking her brain. See, because I'm a righteous dude. I ain't trying to lie to nobody about nothing. And that's what it is, because, she got a degree for that. She has masters for that. She got like 3 masters and a PhD. And she trying to pick my brain. She cannot get me. And the reason why she cannot get me, because the only way you got to get me is you got to get me to lie. It doesn't matter about what the fuck I do. It's about if I'm lying about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I feel, you know what I'm saying, if you have to lie, that's a part of, to me, that's part of being a coward. Because if you lying to anybody about anything, you scared. And if you scared, you knew you shouldn't have did it in the first place. That's simple. That's how you supposed to teach. That's how you teach your kids. If you teach your kids that way right there, you're going to have good kids. They gonna go through shit, but they ain't gonna be no fucked up kid. That they ain't gonna be. Fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck what you do, just don't lie. That the last thing you could do is fucking lie. But now if you lie, I can't trust you. If I can't trust you, I don't want to be around you. Why would I want to be around somebody who lies all the time? Why would I want to get used to somebody who's a liar? What relationship is that strong that I need to be around a liar? Why? Nah, to me, that's how the devil works. That's a start. It starts like that. I look at, you know what I'm saying, people, you know what I'm saying, Elon, he afraid. But if you're afraid and you got that feeling of fear, then, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't did it from the start. Well, then that's whatever. Because if you lying about something, if you can't tell somebody the truth, it's a reason why. Lying is fear. Ain't nobody saying you know what I'm saying, a tough nigga ain't gonna lie. Niggas lie because certain shit gonna go down. So a nigga lie about that. But if you don't do nothing to need it to go that way, fuck you lying about for? That lets you know what kind of nigga you are. Shit, I'm gonna be hanging with niggas and I'm gonna do some fucked up shit. Now I gotta lie about it. I'm like, come on, nigga. Shit don't that. You don't work like that. A team never gonna be strong when you got weak link niggas like that. You're never gonna be that empire. Whatever the fuck level you think you're gonna get on, nigga. You ain't making it with niggas like that. And niggas like that could be your siblings. Then what? But when niggas show that shit, you gotta leave them alone. That's when you can't fuck with niggas no more. The days is over. Time to move on, go to a whole nother jump off. You know what I'm saying? It's about your word. Everything's your word. Everything's your word. And your word, that's all you have. At the end of the day, that's all you have. At the end of the day, is your word. But your word can take you so far. Just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I ran into a nigga, and I'm chilling with my niece. I'm taking my niece around. And we doing some Pokemon thing. Everybody doing Pokemon. So we doing a Pokemon thing. And I see it doing a dude like, yo, what's up? What's up? I can't recognize his face. Don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then he tell me, yeah, I'm so from over there. And then this nigga's like, say he's about 6'3", 6'4". And I'm like, yeah, I know, I can't put his face together. But the last time I seen him, he probably was, at 5 feet. He was young. But he was a good kid. And see, I'm a good nigga. So, you know what I'm saying, in my hood, you know what I'm saying, the little nigga who moms and pops and stuff like that, or if their pops ain't around, and their mother, whatever, I communicate with these little niggas. I talk to these niggas. You dig what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, if I got you, I got you. So, I used to buy these niggas sneakers and clothes and outfits and stuff like that. And that's before I had kids. So, you know what I'm saying? And when I seen him, he embraced me. Because he know but love coming from me, but he know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We talking about some other characters that he was grew up and remember and seeing. He, people still doing unbelievable things. Like, niggas on levels, and niggas been on levels for so fucking long that, you know what I'm saying, you watch artists get the same kind of things, but they fall off, but niggas don't never fall. You know what I'm saying? But what it is, that's what, me, you know what I'm saying, with my knowledge, I could create a little monkey and make him into the illest gorilla. And that gorilla gonna be what he wanna be on what level he wanna be. But that teaching comes from me. I planted some seeds in his brain to make his brain understand what kind of level and how you can run for a long time. My whole thing is, you know what I'm saying, it ain't about you know what I'm saying, making money. It's about what you're making money for. What are you doing it for? You can't say, I just want it because I want to be in competition. That's why all the beefing is going on. You're not going to have the most. I don't give a fuck what you think you're doing or what level you think you're on. You're never going to be the one with the most, man. It don't go like that. And stuff happen. Like, yo, the whole system is created on stuff like that. Like the Italians. Yo, the Italians race is nobody that's an Italian. Nobody that's claiming they're Italian that's not connected to organized crime. You may not know about it, but that don't mean you ain't connected to it. That could be your uncle. That could be your dad. But what the fuck? You can't tell your father what the hell he did, nigga. I was born. He did that shit. That don't mean I did it. And he could be doing that shit till he an old man. And I'm talking about he could be doing that shit till he 80 something years old. Cause once they set it up like that, they set it up for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? Usually they keep the kids out of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they have a system, man. And we don't have that system. We don't, Big O connect to organized crime. So black folks that connect to organized crime, just cause you inside the street getting money the wrong way, don't mean you can't do the right thing with it. The whole thing is hurting people doing it. Like, you don't want to, if you're hurting somebody, like me, what I consider was hurting somebody, damaging them, you know what I'm saying? Meaning, it could be family-wise, financial, or it could be damaging health-wise. Any drug that's damaging is, like, not good for the community. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck how much money you make off of it. It's just not good for the community. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody, you know what I'm saying, shooting heroin, you know what I'm saying? And kids seeing that. When I grew up, niggas was in the street, nodding out off of the shit in East New York, Brooklyn. I seen this shit, didn't even know. I thought they was winos. Come to find out these niggas is dope fiends. So if you got dope fiends, you got niggas in the hood selling the shit. But I didn't know who was selling the shit. Word. Then as I got older, I found out that, oh shit, them niggas was dope fiends. They wasn't no winos. That's how this shit is fucking crazy, man. But yeah, but yeah.